Hello, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you doing? It's me, Lasty here. Welcome today, once again, to a brand new episode of the FIFA 23 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 166 today. Let's hope you're all doing well. Well done, you made it to the weekend. Congratulations. Hopefully you've got a couple of days off now to just chill. And of course, football is happening. Who have you got this weekend? I am home today to Ipswich versus Burton at home. So hopefully a dub. That needs to happen, really. So I'm fingers crossed for 3 points. Let me know who you've got down below in the comments, and obviously who you support would be helpful for me as well. If you do enjoy today, do me a small favour, smash the thumbs up button. I'd absolutely love to see 2,000 likes, and of course subscribe to the channel as well if you're new around here. Thank you. I have obviously got this team right here. I mean, my controller went off for a split second there. I do apologise, but, you know, the controller does need to be paired with an active logged-in account, as it said there. Now, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm actually skipping back to just before, as my phone goes off. Sorry about that, my watch goes off. I should have put myself on Do Not Disturb. I'm going to do that right now for you guys. Focus. There we go. Yeah, actually going to go back to before yesterday's video because what I hadn't realised when I went straight to Live Lasty for the Rivals rewards was that, well, I'd already done like 10 player picks. So you will have seen them in yesterday's video. I probably already used them in SBCs and stuff. But I went out and spent some coins and actually did some player picks for you. So yeah, I'll just insert it now, just so that you know exactly what I've done and what I've spent and all that sort of stuff. But like I said, we've probably ended up spending the money from these and the fodder from these on some of the SBCs we did yesterday. We got, oh man, I actually forget the name of the German guy. I can't remember the Leipzig guy, and you might know the result of that game by now because I'm pretty sure it was last night, maybe. Anyway, little Mahrez there can't knock a cheeky walkout, and obviously we also did Mahrez's teammate John Stones, who did the SBC for that, didn't we? So yeah, we've got a couple of showdowns that are hopefully going to come good for us and get some upgrades. That would be nice. But I had an all right little batch here because, you know, the odd 85, the odd 84, the odd 86, little special Mounier right there. So for those of you that were wondering yesterday where I plucked that from to put into an SBC, here it was. But yeah, in just a second, once we've finished this little batch, I will, of course, move to post Rivals Rewards Lasty. And this is what I like to call a preposode of the RTG. Not an episode, not a prep, but a preposode where we prep for the upcoming promo. It's obviously out by the time you're watching this, but I want to spend some of my coins in order to have a lot of player picks ready for fantasy foot fantasy. I don't know which way around it goes. I think last year I switched it round like every other title because I actually didn't know which way it goes. I'm going to find that out this year and figure out the correct one. But what you're actually seeing here is last week's marquee matchups get completed before 6 p.m. on Thursday. So I will also have this week's marquee matchups to do at some point. Maybe, I mean, my club's going to be fairly empty after this episode because we're going to have like 50 player picks stored up, ready to open like in tomorrow's video. And then actually we're going to have no goals left because I will have literally spent them all in these player picks. So, yeah, got marquee matchups done. Not really any problems at all. I may have had to go out and buy a Newcastle player and something for the requirements, but no big deal. Spent a couple of K. It is all good. And we are actually going to open these right now. So this was before Fantasy Foot Fantasy was out. But I wanted to, I wanted to get these open because then I knew I would have non-rare golds, rare golds that I could shove into those player picks without having to spend. So, and like I said, you know, if we open these now during the previous promo, there was a good chance we could get some good special items or high-rated fodder. And then, you know, when the new one comes out, well, we're going to have loads of player picks. So it's not like we're opening everything before a brand new promo. We get a little Ryan Kent here. It's not what you want to see when you see an English flag. You want to see like a Harry Kane or something like that, just because the rating would be lovely, nice and high. But yeah, unfortunately not there. But we are going to make a little bit of money from marquee matchups today, because the second to last pack does give me a walkout. It's going to be Spanish goalkeeper from Man United. That, my friends, is David De Gea. That is, well, at the time, 27,000 coins, something like that. Absolutely cannot knock that. And then the final one, the Rare Electrum, is going to give us a Team of the Week walkout, which is an Italian 86 right mid in Orsolini. And that's like 16k. And there's a Leao in there, so another 5k. We've done well for marquee matchups because we already had basically all the stuff in our club to get it done. Turns out that preview pack that we did in yesterday's episode, where we got that Di Maria, not a profitable one. 84s had dipped down just a little bit, so unfortunately that was an L for us, but we did it anyway for the culture. And we'll list everything else up, so it will take me back over 400,000 coins again. But I'm going to absolutely demolish a lot of my coins today. As you can see, we get up to a high of 424,000. Maybe a couple thousand more once those position modifiers sell. I've realised that at 1,100 they'll go quite quick. 1,200 they take nearly the full hour. That's okay. So at least we now know where they're at, you know. So with that, I had enough in my club to get like, I don't know, like 6 player picks done. So then it was time to start using the coins. Not in real need to save money for buying fantasy FUT players or FUT fantasy players, because they're kind of live items, so I would expect them to be more expensive than what I can really afford for anything good, anything that's better than what I can currently have in my team. So I'm willing to spend the money on non-rares and probably a few rares as well to get a whopping 50 of these player picks ready, so that we can hopefully pack some promo players or enough good fodder that we can do another Icon SBC or a FUT Fantasy SBC of a player that comes out, whatever it may be. That is really, really my plan. That's why we're calling this one like a Preposode, because we are prepping for the next episode in this episode. So 50 of those going into the club. Let's get stuck into first few games of Rivals for this week, and then tomorrow I'll probably end up heading on into the weekend league. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to go, because, I mean, as I'm recording this, it's daytime on Friday, and my plan after this is probably to play some weekend league, but I also want to do the episode where I do the 50 player picks, so who knows, maybe a double upload again on Sunday could be the potential, maybe even Saturday double upload, I'm not sure. Who knows what to expect from the upload schedule. At least one a day is what we come to expect, but sometimes 2. So I think I ended up winning. Yeah, this was my second game of the episode. I quit my first game really quickly because I came up against a mega sweat. So I didn't get promoted in my first game. I do win my first actual proper game of Rivals though. A little 2-0 rage quit. And then this, my friends, is the game for promotion. Now, I've told you before, and you guys know this, right? And this isn't me pausing it to be toxic, by the way. When he scored that dodgy own goal, my time finishing had turned off, so I was just turning it back on. When you come up against, or when you go into that game for promotion, we've said this many a time, you will face a couple of things. One, you will face some form of Mbappe. In this case, a player of the month, Mbappe. You will go a couple of goals into the lead and let it slip, because that is exactly just what will happen. Hey, you might go 2-0 up, let a goal in to go 2-1, to get it back to 2-1, and then you might go 3-1 up. It doesn't matter, all right? Because he is going to score another couple of goals with that Mbappe, and you're going to find yourself at 3-3 when you feel like you don't really deserve to be, because you're playing quite well. It's exactly what happens. As you can see there, a prime example of this exact thing happening. So I figured this one was destined to be a loss. But I tell you what, the pressure I applied in the second half, I don't think he really got a sniff at goal. And I was keeping the possession around this area of the pitch constantly popping off shots, getting corners, trying to get goals from all sorts of areas. and eventually it worked out in my favour. He stopped playing a little bit, to be fair, towards the end. Once I was 2 goals up, I think it was, he stopped playing. But hey, nonetheless, I went and carried on scoring. Because I would 8-3 this guy. Nope, that doesn't work. 8-2 this guy. I shouldn't have conceded a third. But as you can see, second win of the week. We're also up to Division 2, so I'm guessing the other 6 wins this week are going to be probably slightly tougher to come by. I know that this is sort of my level, and maybe it's like a much lower level than what you are, or what you might think for someone that has this as a full-time job. But it is just the level that I'm at, I guess. I'd try, but I guess I could get better, but I'm fine with the level that we're at, you know. It makes it more of the everyday man road to glory. Like, you know, if you can't play 50 games a day, then I'm not going to play 50 games a day, if you get me. Anyway, although I feel like I've been playing to a pretty high standard lately, you know, getting my 11 wins pretty quick in the weekend league, doing well in rivals in general. I feel like I've been playing some good FIFA, which is the polar opposite of how it was like 2 weeks ago, where I was coming off the back of just playing absolutely trash for about 2 or 3 weeks on end, and it was like, it wasn't a happy time. I was hating every single match of FIFA I was going into. But right at the end of my first game in Div 2, we concede, and it's actually a John Stones and my goalkeeper mess up. Yeah, look at that. Oh, dear. I mean, he's hit it straight down the middle. Goalkeeper should be just grabbing that, not letting go, and not letting it hit my defender. Oh, well. We end up losing our first game. And it was more of I was laughing at that situation rather than getting really angry and stressed about it. Because it was just like, yeah, okay, classic FIFA result there. Considering I think I was I 2-0 up in that game? I'm pretty sure I was. Anyway, we need to get our third win for the week, and we're going to get that in our final game of the episode right here. We go 1-0 down, but, you know, I'm not going to let that get to me. We're going to score a lovely goal from outside the box from Eto. Don't really know how the goalie's not saving that one, though. But I'll take the goal. And then he scores with his prime Eto. But would I swap mine out for a prime? Absolutely not. I prefer the extra weak foot and the slightly less stats, to be honest. But second half comes around. I brought on Gareth Bale, who is actually one of the best players on this game. I do love him. I bring him on at centre mid, and he just gets involved. He is class. Everyone brings him on, and he's still really, really good for absolutely everyone. Oh, sorry, coughing fit. I forget where we were. What was I talking about? I was going to say, got Maldini sent off in this game, didn't I? Not very clever. But John Stones is going to come on, and we're just going to play with 2 centre midfielders. We're 2 all in this game now, playing with 10 men. But I did say we're going to win this one. So we better just do it with 10 men then, better we. Cancelo knocks it into Zizou. Lovely finish from the Frenchman. It's not going to stop this guy from attacking, though. And Diaby knocks a great ball over to Rashford. Terrible goalkeeping by Donnarumma to just knock that in. But I think I just started doing the goalkeeper movement, and that normally screws them up a little bit, doesn't it? So probably my fault. And then we end up getting the 4-3 goal, the winning goal with Diaby after Drogba hit the post. Yeah, tough old game. Division 2 is going to be tough for the 5 remaining wins this week. But that's something to worry about later into next week once I got the weekend league done and all of that stuff. We are at least guaranteed some weekly rewards. And we're at 46 out of 50 games for the, what's it called? Milestones. So, yeah, we're there. So, I think a pretty decent Preposode. We are a couple of wins off 100k pack as well in the Century of Wins objective. So, I can get that done and we can have even more packs for the new promo. Looking forward to 2 things, getting stuck into the weekend league and also then bringing you those 50 player picks, hoping that we can get some or catch some big dubs in that. That would be very, very nice, wouldn't it? And be good for the club. It seems as we've spent a couple 100,000 coins on it. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed, do me a favour, hit the thumbs up button. 2k likes is what we're looking for. And of course, subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Good luck to your football team today. unless you're a Burton fan, then I hope you lose heavily to Ipswich Town. I'll see you all tomorrow. Look forward to it. Bye.